Brink's Touch Control can be conveniently located to give homeowners simple, intuitive control over their fresh air ventilation system, making it easy to adjust flow to match daily needs. With programmable schedules, party mode, vacation mode, and clear maintenance alerts, it helps ensure consistently healthy indoor air with minimal effort. This video will cover everything you need to install and use the touch control with your Brink HRV or ERV. To get started, first remove the touchscreen and then the backplate and its cardboard holder. The backplate can then slide out of the cardboard so that the tabs don't snap off. Locate a desirable and convenient location for the touch control and mark it on the wall. Use a low voltage, solid thermostat 18-2 wire. It's best to run the wiring before the drywall is installed and have it labeled for the installation. After drywall is up, feed the wire through the wall and then through the backplate and into the terminal before mounting. Secure the backplate to the wall using the included screws and drywall anchor, only hand tightening with the screwdriver. The backplate should be oriented so that the horizontal slot is on the left and the vertical slot is on the right. The polarity of the connection does not matter. Place the touch control onto the backplate, making sure the two prongs on the terminal are clicked together. The screen is slid down to be connected and slid up to be removed. An important note, the 18-2 wire should not run along a power supply cable for long distances because this could create a false signal or interrupt the communication. At the unit, connect the 18-2 wire to the X17 port on the native computer board of the flare. The polarity of the connection does not matter. A precision flathead screwdriver is used to open and close these ports on the unit so that it can receive the wire. The X17 port is also used to connect the CO2 sensors, and the two controls will not interfere with each other. To set time and day, let's go to the menu indicated by the three horizontal lines and navigate to the settings indicated by a gear. These are in P01 and P02 respectively. To change the time, we select setting P01 and use the plus and minus signs to adjust it. The touch control is only in 24-hour time. The days are indicated by the numbers 1 through 7, with Monday being 1, Tuesday being 2, and so on. In the rest of these settings, P03 is the day of week or time of day function. P46 is the bypass temperature where we can edit the indoor temp that activates bypass mode, and P64 is the brightness of the display that goes between 0 and 3. You can now begin exploring the options of the touch control. To indefinitely change the airflow rate between the modes 0 through 3 that you programmed on the flare, use the plus and minus on the home screen to select your desired mode. In the top left, you will see a palm tree. Tapping this will allow you to set the unit into vacation mode for a period of time between 1 hour and 99 days. Vacation mode is the same as flow rate 0. Note that no controls will work when the unit is placed on vacation mode because it assumes that no one is home. The stopwatch is used for program selection and can be found on the bottom left of the touch control. Use the plus and minus buttons to scroll through the options. Select the martini glass for party mode and then use the arrows to set the duration. In party mode, you'll be getting more fresh air, i.e. exchanging the full volume of air in the home more frequently to accommodate a larger number of people or activity. You can also select the hand, which is manual mode. This runs the unit at a constant flow rate that you've selected. You can also select the clock symbol, which is automatic mode, and runs the schedules that you've set. I'll show you how to do that next. A great benefit of the touch control is that it unlocks this scheduling ability. The day function allows you to set a schedule that repeats every day, and the week function allows you to customize a unique schedule for each day of the week. You can switch between the two options by navigating to the menu, then to P03. 0 is the day program and 1 is the week program. Let's start with the week. With the week program selected, you can navigate to the clock button. Here you will be able to sort through days 1 through 7, 1 being Monday, 2 being Tuesday, and so on. Each day has the ability to have 3 different on times and 3 different off times. The first time you select is when the unit will go on into ventilation mode 2, aka low boost, and the second off time will put the unit down to ventilation mode 1, aka normal operation. For example, on Mondays, if no one is in the house from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., you would set the unit to be on from midnight, 0:01 to 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., the unit turns down to ventilation mode 1. For the second time block of the day, you would select the unit to turn up at 5 p.m. or 1700 and run until the end of the day at 23:59. The third time block wouldn't be used in this case. You can set the same time periods for Tuesday through Friday or customize it to be however you'd like. The day program works very similarly to the week program, but the same schedule is applied to all 7 days. To disable the schedules, the easiest thing to do is to put it in the manual setting, which is the hand I mentioned earlier. Alternatively, you could set it to the day mode and delete all the time selections. An important thing to know is that the flare units give priority to whichever sensor or control is calling for the most ventilation. So if you have it scheduled to be in normal ventilation mode, but have a CO2 sensor and some people over, the unit will ramp up according to the CO2 level. The same goes for using a boost switch, RH sensor, or manually changing the ventilation mode on the unit or touch control. When the touch control is controlling the airflow rate, you should see eBus on the flare screen. If you see a hand, CO2, or a globe symbol, another controller is dictating the flow rate. A full list of symbols and their meanings can be found in the installation manual. Something like CO2 means that the CO2 levels are high enough to take priority over the touch control settings. Other symbols, like the hand, can be overrode by activating another mode on the touch control. You can test to make sure the touch control is set up properly by putting the touch control to airflow 3 and checking for eBus on the flare. Flow rate 3 should be higher than most controls and take over. Another feature of the touch control is that it can be locked to prevent any unintended users from having control of your flare, ERV, or HRV. To do this, you hold the plus-minus symbols for 5 seconds to lock the screen. The same thing is done to unlock the screen. If the touch control has been previously installed on another flare unit, it will need to be reset. You can also reset it to troubleshoot communication issues. To do this, you hold down the stopwatch and menu symbols simultaneously for 5 seconds. RES will appear in the center of the screen, confirming that it's being reset. A final convenient feature of the touch control is that you get filter messages and fault messages without having to check your unit. You can then go to the unit and swap the filters or investigate the error code further. For further questions or concerns about the touch control, Brink systems, or anything related to your project's ventilation needs, contact the Brink team at 475 High Performance Building Supply. We're happy to help.